Good morning. Peace to everyone. Alright. So, this morning, or I guess last night, I'm currently studying a 3-day look back and look ahead after we had the market shift on Friday. See, we came up to take out some some buy side, and we shifted market structure, starting to trade lower. Yesterday, came back, retraced into Friday's range, took out some buy side, and now we've started to trend higher so far today. I'm a little wary about this sell side drawdown here. This is the sell side that I want to see within the 3-day look back, right, 3 days ago. But I'm a little wary just because of how the current morning has been playing out. We've ran lower in Asia, and then London also ran lower. So now, it's asking a lot for New York to continue running lower, and I just don't know if it's going to be very probable. But if we do run higher, up above the short-term high maybe, or we could just be running up into this order block and inside this breaker, and this could be like a short-term high. I want to see what 9:30 opening is going to do. And I don't know if I want to take a trade. It really, we'll have to see how the markets look. But yeah, I'm watching. Price looks like it's going to close above this inverse fair value gap, above all these relative equal highs. So, I want to see if it's going to support price, or maybe it's going to be willing to create an order block. And I don't really want to dig back into this gap. We can go back into it, but we shouldn't fill the whole thing, because there's an inverse fair value gap there and there's an order block. So the bodies, maybe we can wick beneath it, but the bodies, I would want the bodies to stay within that gap if we're going to continue to go higher. We'll see what happens here during 9:30. There was really nice price action back here in the morning, but I wasn't on the chart for that. This was a 15-minute order block that formed with a 5-minute institutional order flow entry drill as the order block was forming, to run up to form the order block, trading above these fair value gaps, changing the order flow to bullish. So right now I'm just looking for evidence to a bearish order flow. And there's not, like 9:30, if I want to be bearish, if I'd like to be bearish, I'd like for 9:30 trade opposed to that, which means trade higher. Price isn't moving. Why is it not moving? Oh no. What just happened? Okay, there you go. We're back. we ran above this high here. Let me get rid of this gap. And we're really bullish right now. There's also 10 o'clock news jolt job opening, so I want to see what that's going to do before deciding to do anything. But we're very, very bullish right now. So I don't know, it could be cleaning up all the overnight price action. It cleaned up London highs. There's the high of the day there. And I don't know if it doesn't draw down to the sell side liquidity down here, I would expect this to be extremely bullish. This is what I had said for yesterday in my weekly analysis. I said that, you know, I want to see tomorrow draw to sell side. If it doesn't happen, I'd expect it to be very bullish, make a run higher towards this high up here. So, you know, waking up and seeing the trend lower, expectations were not as high for that to happen. But I want to see here if it's going to slow down, ease off a little bit, and start forming order blocks and things I want to see to go lower. Because Tuesday, jolt job openings is a big news. So we could see a lot of volatility still. We could continue seeing lower runs to make a new daily low. Let's take a look how the daily chart looks like. We closed above that level in the 15-minute, or sorry, the 5-minute. And the 15-minute has a big enough sweep. Looks like we came up to that inverse or valley gap there at 15:45. So looks like we're gonna make a run for this high, unless maybe we're trading up into a rejection block. And it's gonna make the high on the rejection block, but I don't think so with how bullish this candle is. I think we're gonna stab right through it. Now, even though this outside draw might not happen today, I'm only interested in going short because we're above the midnight open and the Judas swing is higher. All the top step traders are long, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I saw a couple of them long. They're all longing up here on the break of this high, the previous day high. So I don't know. What does that tell you? It's possible that it's a perfect condition for markets to reverse, but we'll see. I do want to see this high get traded to this week, or eventually. I just don't know if it's going to be until like NFP. I think it's going to be easier for us to reach down to the sell side. At least I did last night. But now I'm just waiting to see if there's going to be a reversal. If we get a significant market shift and we're still significantly above that midnight open, I think, you know, like Jolt, I need to really wait to see what Jolt's going to do to get a better idea. But yeah, we've already expanded so much that I don't know about continuing. Like if we're gonna retrace and see more movement higher, I don't know. This is a big bullish candle. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. When was the last time we had a candle this size? Yeah, that's a huge candle. It hasn't even been any news. Well, I guess here, but that was news, wasn't it? Yeah, I think so. No, actually, I don't know. Well, anyways, I don't know. I think it's possible it retraces at least into this candle. I don't know if we're gonna be super bullish just yet. I'm only willing to go lower, so that's why I'm also kind of hoping for it. Wouldn't trust any shorts right now because even if the fair value gap starts to create, or this inverse fair value gap, in the higher time frame, you go up the higher time frame, you have a bunch of fair value gaps there. You have potential 15-minute fair value gap forming, so price can consolidate a little bit, and easily come back up and create a 5-minute breaker. I mean, it could also work. I'm not saying it's not gonna work, but could work. I just always wait for price to show me this signature where we have a short-term high. So kind of like over here, except that this is too close in proximity. I want to see like a 5-minute order block be created, and we don't have that. We'd have to close beneath this candle in 940 to have that 5-minute order block, or that change in order flow. And since we don't see a change in order flow, we don't have a breaker or an order block, I can't trust it on the 5-minute minimum. So if this was a bit more spread out, that's fine. We would have a 5-minute order block, but no. Instead, that 5-minute candle ran up all the way there and traded the short-term high within that candle, or about within the candle. I mean, basically too close to each other. Like back here, when we traded beneath this low, we consolidated a little bit and we created a down close candle, which we then saw an immediate reaction higher, creating an order block. Like that became an order block. On the 15-minute chart too, the same thing happened. This down close candle became an order block, and so price used it to run higher because we had down close candle and then engulfing candle right next to it that traded to above its high, closed above its high, right? And so that's kind of like up here, like I wouldn't really trust this. So it's kind of what I want to see. Like I want to see a nice and slow reversal where we consolidate a little bit, we leave the potential for a breaker or an order block, and then we start to expand. So I'm not going to take anything off of this. I'm not going to try and see if it's going to work lower, but I do want to see if others are. I don't usually do this. Just I know top step was long. I want to see if it's going to get shaken out of longs. Yeah. A lot of the market seems to be undecided. Like they're not really still in longs. They're kind of just like they don't really know what's gonna happen next. I know everyone that was in the short started to see it go down, and they were like, "Yes, finally." Now they're happy. It worked. That's just 20 points from that fair value gap down to that low. That's a lot of volatility. Alright, let's look at, we're approaching that jolt news. Look at how the other markets are moving. So the S&P failed to make that higher high. Okay. And I don't really like that. Yeah, well, see, the Dow has just been lagging behind the Nasdaq, and I want the Nasdaq to be leading in bullish markets. So the fact that the Nasdaq is leading above the S&P and the Dow is kind of telling me that we're just more bullish and bearish, and we could possibly retrace. But I don't think we're gonna have an outright reversal and then expand, unless Jolt is really crazy and you know spend 330 points. I kind of was afraid that my bias wouldn't occur when I woke up and saw the trend lower, but and we've cleaned up the whole trend. Now you have to ask yourself, what's next? I don't really see a next. Like, I don't really see one, because we've taken all the internal daily liquidity. There's a day's low, and that's it. Like, there's a daily low. That's the only thing I would target today, a new daily low. But we've already, it'd be hard for it to get there. Again, I want to wait to see what Jolt's going to do, and I definitely wouldn't be chasing price because we're way above the midnight open. So if it continues to go higher, I wouldn't want to be looking for any trade. So I'm only open to trading the reversal back down to midnight open into these fair value gaps, potentially at the new daily low as my final target. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just saying that's what I would be, the only thing I'd be willing to take. No, I don't know if I like that. This 5-minute candle, this long wick, that would not be cool. This retracing, I don't really like that. I would want it to wick away very quickly, and for this 5-minute candle to, in the last minute, like close down here. If it doesn't do that, if it doesn't close beneath that low, like I'm not gonna go short. I'm gonna expect it to run right through that. In fact, it could long here, but I mean it's above midnight open, and I'd have a time stop. I'd have like a stop loss underneath these candles, and like a 1-minute stop loss. Not a 1-minute stop loss, but just I'd be looking at the time. If I see that the minute is up and then price is down here up beneath that low, I'd close the trade. If not, then the stop loss would stay down here beneath that fair value gap. As you can see, price so far is starting to edge towards these relative equal highs up here. If you're in a short, I wonder if Tangent is in a short. She might actually be short. If she's short, and then this is gonna work to go higher. It's my confirmation. Yep, she's in the short. I'm so sorry, but like, I saw somebody the other day comment in Tangent's chat, says he fades every single one of her trades and he has an 80% win rate. Alright, Tangent got stopped out. Now, to be clear, I did not want to long inside this consolidation just because Tangent was short. I used Tangent as confirmation. Alright? The YouTuber Tangent Trades, who's I think this is her 7th losing trade in a row in the last 3 weeks. And yeah, like her chat is insane. Some people literally fade her. So the ECB's done, and I mean we're not really like doing much anymore. I don't really expect. I mean, there's nothing I really want to stay for and look at. So I'm probably gonna finish the recording here and just enjoy the rest of the day.